Got a decision 2014. The gubernatorial debates are over, and it seems Scott Walker and Mary Burke, well, they don't agree on anything. Shannon Sims is live with a recap. Shannon.
Courtney, the governor believes the state is on the right track. His opponent, Mary Burke, believes it's time for change. The night started off a little rocky.
Let's make sure we have 30 seconds on the clock.
Once the clock was corrected, Governor Walker and his Democratic challenger, Mary Burke, fired off on the issues. The first, job creation.
I could go on for a lot more than a minute 30 on this, but it is about workforce development, training, college affordability. It's about small businesses being able to grow.
8,400 new jobs were created last month. That's the best September for private sector job creation in more than a decade. The unemployment rate's down to 5.5%. That's the lowest we've seen since October 2008.
And from there, the debate quickly switched to local issues of addressing solutions to curb the violence plaguing our communities.
The facts are, because of our Act 10 reforms, Milwaukee in the first year alone saved roughly $25 million. In fact, in the most recent budget that Mayor Barrett put out, they actually not only saved money, they have enough money to add to the police department.
We know that when you increase employment and jobs, crime goes down. So this cannot be just about law enforcement.
Tonight's debate would not have been complete without addressing the Kenosha casino. Burke saying she would not kick the can down the road on making a decision.
Governor Walker has had 14 months to do this, and before this was ever even approved by the federal government, he laid out 3 criteria that he said he would use to make that decision. He has now flip-flopped.
Jim Doyle put in compacts nearly a decade ago that specifically say if a casino is put up in Kenosha, at least one of our tribal governments could hold out on at least about $100 million or more.
And even after tonight's debate and the recent Marquette poll, it will really all come down to who shows up at the polls on November 4th. Reporting from downtown, Shannon Sims, today's TMJ4.
All right, thanks, Shannon.
Well, Charles Benson actually a panelist at tonight's debate.
And the questions ranged from Wisconsin jobs to drunk driving.
And Charles joining us live downtown tonight. So, Charles, you asked the candidates if the state is facing a surplus or a deficit. How did they answer that one?
Well, actually, both issues are correct. The state does have a $500 million surplus right now, but it also is facing a projected, keyword there, projected $1.8 billion deficit. Now, the Governor Walker, refused to concede that the state will have any deficit issues, saying Wisconsin is better off today because of his tax cuts than 4 years ago. Challenger Burke says the state is spending money it doesn't have, and we have bills coming due that will put Wisconsin in the hole. Now, as you heard, former Governor Jim Doyle's name came up a couple of times, with Walker saying he's still trying to clean up the mess left behind by the Doyle administration. Burke shot back saying she's not Jim Doyle and he's not here or running. Courtney and Mike.
Charles, where did the candidates agree on things, if they did, or did they disagree on everything?
Well, it's not surprising they disagree on who would do a better job creating jobs, and Burke pointed out that the governor has fallen short of his $250,000 jobs promise. Walker says Wisconsin has added 100,000 jobs since he was governor, compared to 133,000 the state was losing. Now, they did agree on something. You may recall in the debate that there was a problem with the countdown clock, and the governor had to stop talking and pointed it out. Well, Burke noticed it as well, and she agreed it wasn't working. We're live downtown in Milwaukee. Charles Benson, today's TMJ4.
All right, thanks,
At least
Charles.
It's something.
Yeah, Election Day about 2 weeks away.